Is it on now? I gotta hear that when I get in the car. Hey guys, I'm KeKe.
And I'm Tracey.
And we are Black girls
who love
K-dramas.
Okay.
Because Serengeti.
So we are here to talk about a show we just finished watching
on Netflix.
When the Phone Rings.
Hello?
Now, we're going to just briefly touch on the beginning parts.
We don't want to give too much away.
Not at first.
I'm sure a lot of you have probably had not a chance to see it all, so we won't give it all away in the beginning. We will have a spoiler section at the end.
Because you're probably like how I used to be, and you'd wait for all of the episodes to finish airing, and then you'd start watching.
Yeah.
But not how I am today. So
the Tracey in the present
will watch the episodes.
I feel like
weekly.
The show left you on such a cliffhanger on the end of every episode.
I wish I had waited.
Yeah.
I wish I had. I mean, I don't really have regrets in watching it in real time, with the exception of there was some political things that were going on in Korea that the show got delayed, and rightfully so. It should have been delayed because there were some important things happening. But I wish I had just waited for the show to finish airing completely so that I could have watched it in a weekend like I typically would.
So we will get into some of the things like without giving too much away.
This is a love show. There's not a lot of murder, stab, kill.
But there is thriller and
some violence,
some kidnapping,
and a little bit of self-harm.
Some lies. A lot of lies.
Tis not for kids, but
it's a lot of lies.
There's no nudity. That's all I can say.
There is no nudity, but there are some steamy episodes.
There's some real kissing.
Some real steamy scenes.
Some real kissing.
There's no... There is like tongue action
and
here.
You don't even have to wait to episode 16 for that to happen. Well, there's only 12 episodes anyway. Look, I don't really think that we can really get all into it. It was a really good show. We suggest that you watch it. I think I would rate this show at a 9 out of 10. It could have gotten a perfect 10 for me.
Yeah.
And I'll talk about why it didn't get a perfect 10 for me later, but I highly recommend this show.
I'm going to agree. I'm going to give it a 9 as well, because up until the last episode, it had me in a chokehold. I was, on the edge of my seat, waiting for every episode to come out, waiting for what was coming next. But that last episode, it just it was a wrench that just got thrown in that I felt was very highly unnecessary.
Our first episode of the new year, and we are going to get ready to hop into our spoilers.
Yes.
So if you don't want this show spoiled, if you have seen the show, continue forward, but you are waiting and you don't want us to ruin it for you, now's a good time to cut us all the way to the end. So we're going to talk about those spoilers now.
One of the things that I thought was super great was the fact that you see her as this incredible interpreter. Mm-hmm. She's an amazing interpreter.
Yeah.
And then to find out that this lady can speak, because for the longest, you don't think that she has a voice.
Yeah.
But she's still able to communicate because she does sign language. But to find out that this lady can talk.
Yeah. So you find out in episode 1 at the very, very end.
Yeah.
That this woman can talk.
I was blown away.
And not only can she talk, but now some stuff has happened that has made her seek some vengeance.
Pissed.
Ticked off. T.O.
Because we're still going to try not to give too much away.
Yeah.
But it's the fact that you do find out that she can talk very early on. And again, that is one of the things that I appreciate about K-dramas. Like, they don't make you wait too long unless it's just a slow burn.
I was gonna say they make you wait a long time for that first kiss, but that's about it, and I'm okay with that because the storylines they're so like
it's given.
They capture you, they keep you in, and it has nothing to do with the sex. Like their chemistry was amazing. Like the couple's chemistry was amazing in this show.
I agree.
And like even though he exuded a lot of toxic behaviors, like there were so many things that he did that just kind of like made my uterus flip. But it's okay. I will say though, were you also concerned about who the heck it was harassing them?
Man.
Did you really think that the person who turned out to be the harasser
was that person?
Right.
Well. How the turntables.
And like, I was going to say, I totally thought Sang-woo had a little bit to do with it just because his eyes just give guilty for me. He liked Heejo, and ever since they were in college, and so like that kind of gave him motive a little bit too, because you see that she was asking for a divorce too because she didn't think that he wanted to even be married to her, let alone be with her. And the fact that this guy with these weird eyes then came on the scene and he's showing interest in her, and I totally thought he had something to do with it.
But aside from him having those serial killer eyes, though, I'm glad he didn't try to pursue anything further with her. And I'm glad that he was less of a villain
what I was trying to make him to be.
We definitely thought he was a villain at first.
Oh yeah, he's guilty.
But I did think his fake mom had a lot to do with it, which she kind of did, but I thought she would have had more of a role to play in it. I was totally taken aback that she herself turned out to be 406.
Yeah.
Now that one, I was like, there were a lot of scenes in this show that I was like in my bedroom, like like if I had recorded myself, it was probably a lot of me doing this.
Yeah, because there were a lot of whoa moments for me. One of the moments I had like that was when we found out that the presidential son was the grandfather's actual son.
I saw that one coming though.
And I did not.
I saw that one coming.
I was telling her, I'm like, I was a little distracted during one of the key scenes that kind of led you to believe this. And I'm not going to lie to you, it was so much going on. And I was just like, I can't rewind it back to figure this out. Like, it didn't seem like a very pivotal scene for me. I'm like, I'm just going to keep going forward and see what happens. So I'm kind of happy that I didn't really pay that much attention to it.
Because when it was revealed, it was like, oh. But there was something else that I thought was so cute in the show, and it was like when they had their field day, and so I thought that was so cute because at this point, all the secrets have basically kind of been revealed, but like up until that point, he had already figured out that she was 406, and it was like, girl, what are you really trying to hide?
And hadn't said a thing to her.
And I was like, what is his angle? Like, what is he trying to do? Like, is he trying to use this against her? Is this to protect her? Is he secretly in love with her? Like, what is his angle? Because he's been knowing for some time that she's 406 and hasn't said a word.
And she can talk.
And that she can talk. When she fell off this cliff.
Whew, that was crazy.
Yeah. All of that was nuts. And so
it was so funny when he answered the phone and he was like, he's your 406.
Like, girl. And then how she kept putting herself in the first person. It's like,
she
girl,
was definitely giving herself away.
Free yourself from this and just tell him the truth. Man. Like, quit playing in this man's face. Get off of his line.
Oh my gosh.
With these 10 p.m. phone calls. Like, you have nothing better to do.
It was too much. The other thing that I realized, it was so hard for me to realize who the other villain was, like who was calling the shots, if you will. And I couldn't figure that out at all because
that was a shocker. I did not see that coming at all.
Yeah, when you finally found out who's calling all the shots, I'm like, wow, I just didn't see that coming at all. That was really good.
It was so many layers of villainry. It just it was just a good show and how they layered all of the villains on top of another and then gave you character depth as to why these people were like this, except for the actual psychopath. I mean, he was just born that way. He needed some real help and psych eval that his family just did not seek out and just,
And I felt like they didn't go into it, but I'm wondering if the parents didn't even see that, you know, because it was the grandfather who was like,
I think the mama saw it
and just kind of turned a blind eye.
I don't think she turned a blind eye. I just think that she thought that maybe
he would grow out of it.
She could fix him and protect him by
One of the things that I loved the most was going back to the field day before they got there when they were all on the bus, and he was trying to do all of these generous,
sweet things
to, you know, let her know that he really did like her and care for her. And when they were on the bus, and his one of the people that was working for him, I can't think of his name right now, forgive me, but he was on the phone with his wife, and he was doing a little cute thing, and then, you know, like you could tell she was like, okay, you know, like do the thing like
hit the roar.
and he did, and he was all like and then he's like, how do you do that? I thought that was the cutest thing, because like in this moment you can see him becoming more light with her and like really trying to show more affection and not be so cold toward her, because
he was like cold as
he was
ice.
extremely cold when they first got together. So I really like to see that side. And one of the things that I love the most is that they truly loved and cared for one another and had all of these secrets, and didn't think that the other would like each other due to all of these secrets. Like, we have so many secrets, there's no way that you could love me, you know. But underneath it all, that's what essentially brought them together and made their bond even closer. So it's a good show.
With all that being said, it was an amazing show.
Yeah.
With the exception of episode 12.
Say it.
Okay. Now hear me out. Hear me out. Okay. In my personal opinion, I thought all the way up until episode 12, every scene hit, every moment hit, everything just kind of tied it together like a little bitty bow. And it's like episode 12 comes out of nowhere, and then Rambo shows up, and it's like,
cutting people out of the truck.
Like, is this the same K-drama? Like, did we watch the same show? Is this a different show?
Oh my gosh, it felt like a plot twist had happened
that wasn't necessary for the storyline,
and that's why I got a 9, guys. That's why I got a 9.
That's the only reason why I got a 9.
Because I felt like it didn't even go with the scene or of anything that had been going on leading up to that,
or his character, or any, like, what he did in his, it didn't really match.
And then what also made me upset about that is the fact that, first off, we only got like maybe 20 minutes left of this show, and this is what you throw in.
And then she done got herself kidnapped for the 7th time, and it's like, okay, I could have done a little less with Rambo and all the things that happen in the Rambo situation. I keep saying Rambo because that's the best thing that I can get from this. But the other portions of it, the beginning and the end, I appreciated those things. Like, I didn't even mind him disappearing, but what I did mind was Rambo. But the ending, it was nice. It was sweet. It was what I was expecting sooner. I really could have gone a lot more on the ends of them giving the stories of the aftermath, like maybe the happy, and it didn't even necessarily have to be a happily ever after. They could have been arguing about toothpaste and socks again,
right?
As long as they like kind of showed them something that was more real,
being more warm and loving toward one another instead of their whole.
Because we got a lot of scenes and flashes of them over the course of the beginning, before they got married, during the marriage, the 3 years prior to them already being married for 3 years. Like, we got a lot of those snippets, and I would have really appreciated maybe more of the ending portions, or even going to our new couple's wedding. The serial killer eyes.
Yeah. Single with his girl. I agree. I feel like the end, it wasn't rushed, but I feel like we get cheated out of what could have came. You know what I'm saying? What could have made. Again, that's why I got a 9. But overall,
it was just that little section. It annoyed me a lot.
What is it like? What 6 to 10 minutes of him being Rambo?
So annoyed.
Minus that little bit, the show was actually pretty good. Yeah.
Once you get past that, I mean, maybe you guys loved it and you liked that portion and you thought it was beneficial to the show. I don't know. Let us know what you guys think. I mean, it was just our personal opinion. What we say is not law. We're just, giving you what we thought. But anyway, thank you for joining us and always supporting us. Please like and subscribe if you like some of the content that we create. And as always, remember to be kind. Because why?
You never know when the love of your life is going to disappear on you and end up being Rambo. And then you have to find yourself in a war zone.
In a cute outfit, by the way.
Because she was fly.
I need that scarf.
But yes, like and subscribe. We love you all. Happy New Year. You never know. You might find yourself in a war zone with a cute ass scarf on.
Girl, her shirt was cute too.
It was. Them pants too.
Her outfit was fly.